Hello, let's continue our Advanced Sudoku series with Acorn by Jovial. This is puzzle number 3 of chapter 5 of the Sudokult Gospel document. And as always, I know what technique I'm looking for, but not exactly where to find it, but I need to look it up so I know how to explain it. So there is a link in the description if you'd like access to that document, as well as a direct link to this puzzle if you want to try it yourself. And I'm going to get started right now. All right, let's get as much info as we can here. We have 6s looking in here, so there's a 6 in one of these two. I notice we have 2 8s looking up. So 8s in one of these two. 5s are here. What else do we have going on here? We got the 6s, the 5s. This 3, nope, 3's not good enough. There's a 2 in one of these two. I'm seeing it. 6s as well are down here. All right, I've got 1 and, okay, I've got a bunch of 4s looking into here. Yeah, 2 4s, okay. 2 is a bunch, apparently. This 1 and this 1 look in. So the 1 joins the 4. This is a hidden 1-4 pair. So this is a triple. We need a 3, 8, and 9. That's not an 8. So the 8's in one of these two. So 8 ends up here. Okay. What else do we have going on here? The 5 is in one of these two. The 7 joins it, so this is a 5-7 hidden pair. So then the remaining digits here are 2, 3, 6, and 9. Okay, that cleans up a little bit. All right. This is 2, 3, or 6, not a 6, so 2, 3 only. So the 6 is down here. We kind of knew that by the box also. And the 9 is up here for the box, which does eliminate this 9, putting a 9 in one of these two. Good. I feel like we're getting a lot out of this band. We need 1, 2, 3, 6, 8. This can't be 6 or 8, so this is down to 1, 2, 3. This can't be 1, 2, or 3, so this is only 6, 8. This can't be 1 or 2, so this is 3, 6, 8. Any of 1, 2, 3, 6, 8? Not a 6, so 1, 2, 3, 8. Okay. Interesting. Let's keep scanning. I have these 1s, so 1's in one of these two. The 8s are done. 3. So this 3 looks down, this 3 looks in, putting a 3 in one of these two. Anything else of note here? I am going to need a 3 in this column. There's 2 places for it. Okay. What else can I do here? I've got a 7 and a 9 looking in here. Not quite good enough. I do have 2 5s looking down, so 5's in one of those two. 7s look up, putting 7 up here. This cell sees a lot of digits. It's not 1, 2. It could be 3 and 6. That's it, right? It can't be 4, 5, 7, 8, 9. This can't be 3 or 6. We know the column needs it. It's not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's only 7, 8, 9. Oh, it's not 8 either, because the 8's point. Okay. I feel like I need to just find a bunch of restricted cells at this point. I am very tempted to pencil the entire puzzle for this one, because I know what technique I'm looking for, and I know it's going to be hard to find. But I'm hoping it's telegraphed in some interesting way. Usually it would be in these puzzles. I don't see why this puzzle would be any different. But I'm trying to think how it would get telegraphed, and that's what I'm a little puzzled about. Okay, well, let's keep thinking. Maybe these cells, they're avoiding the 1, 3, and 5. So they could be 2, 4, 6, and 9. Okay, it's not super exciting, is it? This cell sees 1, it can be 2, can't be 3, 4, could be 5, can't be 7, 8, could be 9. 3, 6, 3, 8, 9, 6, 8, 9. Okay, what else can I find here? Maybe this box, because we don't have the 5, 6, 8 in these cells. So they can't be 1, 2. They could be 3, 4, can't be 5, 6, could be 7, can't be 8, could be 9. This one's not a 3. Maybe these two, maybe this entire box is interesting. I'm actually going to pencil the whole thing. I need 1, 3, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Alrighty, that cleaned up a lot. I've got this 1, 3, 9 here. So 1, 3, 9 triple. I'm just going to check 1, 3, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, okay. So 1, 3, 9 triple places this 4 and this 1. This is not a 1. So this is going to be a pair. It's going to be 2 and 5. What's the rest of this box then? We have 1, 2, we need 3, 4, we've got 5, we need 6, we need 7, we have 8, 9. Okay. Not bad. 1, 3, 9 was a good find. I am starting to think I need to pencil the entire puzzle. Trying to see if I've already found what I need. Okay. 2, 3, 6, 9. 2, 3, 6, 9. 1, 2, 3, 8. Can it happen here? I'm going to highlight these real quick. Give me a second. So this would be 2, 6, 9. And then this would be 1, 3, 8. 2, 6, 9, 1, 3, 8 don't have an overlap. Okay, it's not this. What I'm looking for is it's going to be a little bit hard to spot, and unless there's some way that this is telegraphed that I don't. I'm trying to understand how I'd even how would I approach telegraphing it? I'm trying to understand that, and even that much I'm not quite getting. Okay, I am going to just pencil the rest of this puzzle then. That'll give me the maximum chance to find it, even though I might end up hiding it a bit by doing that. I'm not going to bore you with the details of penciling everything, so I'm just going to cut with everything penciled. So be right back. Okay, hopefully I didn't over pencil anything here, but this should be, at the very least, penciled correctly. I was trying to double check all my corner marks, and I don't think I missed anything there, but we'll see. So the technique we're looking for basically has two names. The original name is Death Blossom, which makes it sound like a technique you don't even want to try to learn. This alternative name, which is more descriptive, is the ALSXY wing, which actually it works very similar to how you'd expect a Y wing to work, but you're using almost lock sets for it. And I thought maybe I'd found it here, but it's not doing anything. So what we're looking for is probably a bi-value pivot. So I'm actually going to highlight every bi-value in the grid as potential pivots. And our pincers, instead of being other bi-values, our pincers are going to be almost lock sets. Now, let's talk about what a locked set is first, if you haven't heard that term. A locked set is like a pair or a triple or a quad. You have you have n cells in a house with n possible values. And so those values get locked to those n cells because you need to put those cells all need a value, right? So like this 1, 3, 9 triple is a locked set, right? This 2, 5 pair is a locked set. It eliminates those digits from the rest. Now, an almost locked set is when you have n cells with n plus 1 possible digits in them. So, for example, this 2, 3, 6, 9. They're going to be all over. Every puzzle has like 50 million almost locked sets in it, right? So, but you can see 2, 3, 6, 9 is 4 digits across 3 cells. So this is an almost locked set. Now, what we're looking for is we're looking for a bi-value cell that one of its values sees all of that value in an almost locked set, and the other value sees all of that value in a different almost locked set. And so whichever value it ends up being, it'll collapse one of those almost locked sets into a locked set, and then you can compare the eliminations between the two. and make eliminations based on that. So seems like a very powerful technique. I've literally never used it when solving myself. So we're learning together on how I might want to spot that. What I'm trying to determine is if it's telegraphed, how it's telegraphed. And I still am a little bit at a loss about how that would happen. Maybe I should not have fully marked, but it's not clear to me how to find this without fully marking. So let's see what we want to do here. Because there's going to be a bunch of almost luck sets. So I think I pretty much have to go through the by values and see if I see anything interesting about that. We'd want it we'd want this 7 to be seeing all of the 7s in some almost luck set. So like here it would be seeing this 7 here, right? So what we'd want to look for is a 3, 6, 7 something that I could add to this, like this 4, 7 here. So this would be 3, 4, 6, 7. So let's put that in purple here and make this blue. So this would be our, here, I'll get rid of the greens here just to avoid confusion. So purple here, this is an almost luck set, 3, 4, 6, 7 in 3 cells. Oh no, the 4, 7 doesn't help because it introduces the 7. So that's actually that's not even a good example. So let me find a better example here. This was one that I was looking at earlier, and I don't think I can use it, but I was looking at it. So here, this 2, 3, 9. I'll make that in purple. Let's get rid of these blues. So this is a 2, 3, 6, 9 almost luck set. 4 digits, 2, 3, 6, 9 in 3 cells, the purple ones. Doesn't even matter. Like a lot of times the way you would make an almost luck set is to take a luck set and omit one of the cells from it. But that's not the only way to do it. I'm not even sure if Death Blossom requires you to have one way or the other of doing that. Now imagine that this cell was a 3, right? If this cell was a 3, then these 3s get eliminated. And that's all of the 3s in our purple. And so you don't even worry about how it resolves exactly. All you worry about is that it becomes a 2, 6, 9 triple. And that 2, 6, 9 triple would force this to be a 3, right? So the idea is that this cell becomes a 3. And then what we would want to look for is, okay, is there a different almost luck set where if this is a 2, it also makes this a 3, or at least eliminates a 2 or a 9. And I had found this almost luck set, orange, which this 2 does see all the 2s in this 1, 2, 3, 9. And so it would make a 1, 2, 3, 8. It would make it be, without the 2, it makes a 1, 3, 8 triple. Unfortunately, that does the opposite elimination, eliminates 3 from here. So we can't use that. It doesn't do anything useful. But it's of note, I suppose. So that's the kind of thing we're looking for, but we need to look for one that actually does something. It's kind of like, when you're looking for Y-wings, you might find ones that just don't eliminate anything. And so you just got to keep looking. So I was thinking about going through all of these and seeing if there was like an obvious almost luck set that I could craft out of the 2 digits it can be. And I'm not seeing anything obvious for the 7, 9. How about this 7, 8 then? I'm assuming we don't want it to be in the same. I guess it would always share a house with at least some of the almost luck set, but not the entire almost luck set. So the 7, is there an almost luck set we can build out of the 7s in this box? I wonder. Something like, so it would involve the 2, 7, 9 and then one more digit. But it would actually only involve the 2, 9 and one more digit. And I'm not seeing how it would do that. So probably not this 7, 8. Maybe this 2, 9. 4, 5, 6. Can we do anything with that? There's the 5, 6 here. So this would be an example, right? And I'm going to get rid of the green just to avoid confusion. And I'm looking at this 5 here. So, well, no, I was looking at the 2, 9, sorry. So this is a 2, 4, 5, 6. Sorry, no, it's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, that doesn't work. Darn it. This is a 2, 4, 5, 6. But the problem with this one is this doesn't see all the 2s. So no, I can't use this either. Darn, I thought I had an example. This is just going to be a hunt. I don't know how to like speed this hunt up. Okay, so what are we looking at next? This 2-9, I don't think this 2-9 was helpful. So I don't think the 2 can be used. Okay, I think I'm at the point where I've kind of explained how you might go about looking for it as best as I can. I'm going to find out where the intended one here is, or where the likely intended one here is. I'm not able to ask Jovial, but I'll investigate that, and I will get back to you with what I think is the intended step here. I'm even going to put this 9 back in just to, because I don't think we need that. But I will be back, I will find out, and we will continue. Okay, as you can see, I have something highlighted. So I think this is it. I can't be 100% sure at the moment, but I do think this is it. And it turns out the ALS we needed to use for the pivot wasn't a buy value, and that's why I was having trouble finding it. But this does look pretty intentional to me. So let's go over what's happening here. So blue, I'm using blue again for our pivot. I'm using purple and orange for our other 2 ALSs. So think about these blue cells. They are 2, 5, 7, 8, 9 in, that's 5 digits, 2, 5, 7, 8, 9, right? In 4 cells, so that's an ALS. But 2 appears only once, and 5 appears only once. So this is a very special kind of ALS, where you get a strong link between the 2 and the 5. If both the 2 and the 5 were missing, we would have 2 digits missing from our ALS, and our ALS can only miss 1 digit. So we'd have 7, 8, 9 spread across 4 cells, and that wouldn't work. So we know this 2 is true or this 5 is true. So it works kind of like a buy value, but it can span the grid in this way. So this 2 is true or this 5 is true. What happens if this 2 is true? Well, this purple ALS, this 1, 2, 3 ALS in 2 cells, would not have 2 in it anymore. It would become a 1, 3 pair, and this couldn't be 1 or 3. This cell here. Actually, both of these, but we're worried about this cell here. Couldn't be 1 or 3. What would happen if this 2 is true? That's what happens. If this 2's otherwise, if this 2 is not true, this 5 has to be true. And if this 5 is true, then this orange 3, 5, 6 ALS, 3 digits in 2 cells, it's an ALS, would not have a 5 in it. So it would be a 3, 6 pair. And actually, you can see that actually resolve as 6 and 3, and this would actually resolve as 2 and 1. But we're not worried about that. Or sorry, 3 and 1. We're not worried about that. So the idea is if this is not a 2, this is a 5. This becomes a 3, 6 pair. This cell is still not a 3. So we can eliminate 3 from this cell because either this is a 2, which makes this not a 3, or this is a 5, which makes this not a 3, through the medium of the purple and the orange. So hopefully that's understandable. Again, I think this is just very hard to telegraph, but I think this was done as best as you might be able to. I had read documentation on these on the Death Blossom, and it had mentioned using a buy value as a pivot. So I was not on the lookout for using a different kind of strong link as a pivot, but I think this still counts. So I'm thinking this is it. Let me know if you found something different, but it does eliminate 3 from this cell. And so that places 3 in this box. And then I'm going to get rid of all the colors, and I think we should be off to the races from here. So these aren't 3s, these aren't 3s. We're fully notated, so this should help. We get a 4, 6 pair here. Sorry, 4, 7 pair here, making this a 6 and a 3. We get the 8, 9, and 3 resolved here. We get our 7, 8, 3 resolved here. That's not a 3. In fact, this 8 got resolved, so we get the 8 here. Let's clean up what we can over here. We get our 1, 2, 4 triple here, so that's not a 2 or 4. So this is 6 and 8. We get our 6 over here. We get the 7 in this box. This is a 1, 9 pair. I'm not going to clean up unless I have to. 6, 9. This is a 5. This is a 4. This is our 7, and this is our 3. We get our 5 and our 7 here. 3 in this box goes there. That places the 6. We get our 6 here. We get our 2. We get our 9 and our 6 here. We get our 9 and our 2 here. 4, 5, and 7, 9 pair there. We get our 1 and our 9 here. We get our 8, 2. We get our 1, 4 pair. That's a 9. This is 1, 3, and 2. That's a 5 and a 1. We get our 2 and our 5. That's a 4. That's a 5. We get our 4 here. That's 7. We get our 9 and our 7. That's 4. This is 2 and 9. This is 1 and 4, and we're done. So it definitely solved the puzzle. I knew that it would. So that's what I found. I think that was intentional. It looks as intentional as you can get. I also think you got to just pencil a bunch of stuff to find it. So I'm not sure if I had those penciled before I went full penciling. I didn't go back and look. But yeah, hope you enjoyed this explanation. And in general, hope you're enjoying the series. And if you are, then why don't leave a like, subscribe, and a comment below.